Hi, Steve Gamache here with the Chef Knives to Go quick look product video. This time we're looking at the HHH AEB-L Gyuto 240mm knife. This line of knives from Randy Haas, and I'm hoping I pronounced his last name correctly, has a core steel of AEB-L stainless, which is a great fine-grained, easy to sharpen, high-quality stainless steel. The heat treat rating on these is about 61 Rockwell, and the construction is a mono steel type of construction. There are no layers or cladding or anything on this. It's all made out of the same material, the entire blade. And the weight on this is 190 grams, about 6.7 ounces. And the blade length's right around 240, roughly 9.5 inches. And the overall length is about 14.5 inches from tip to the end of the handle. The spine at the base is 2.2 millimeters back above the heel. And it pretty much holds that a fair amount of the way, and then goes into a real nice grind with a real nice distal taper into a thin tip, so it really thins the tip out really well. The blade height at the base on my particular sample is about 47.5 back here above the heel. And the handles on these, Randy has taken a lot of time. I talked with him briefly on the phone. A lot of time with the maker to get the grinds right, the shape right on this knife. They are ground by hand, and he worked really hard on getting these handles done to his liking and to his signature shape and style. And I'm going to tell you, this is probably the most comfortable Western handle I've ever had my hands on. It's super nicely done. The fit and finish on this knife is really, really good. The handle's just beautiful. He does these in a variety of stabilized hardwoods. This particular one is number 3 on the current 4-set list, but these will change over time. But this one's Cocobolo. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful handle. Great fit and finish, just really, really comfortable. The heel choil kind of just goes right into the curve of the knife, and so you've got a nice curved area for your finger back there for a pinch grip, or you can bring it back, for a normal racket-style grip if you wish to do that. Nicely relieved spine on this. It's just a really nice fit and finish. Beautiful job on these. Let's talk about the profile. One of the characteristics of this knife, which differentiates it from a lot of other ones, is that it does have a very flat heel area back here. You can see it's just dead flat, pool table flat. So if you like a flat area on a good chunk of the knife for chopping, that kind of thing, this is a really nice candidate. If you want a knife with more of a continuous curve throughout the entire profile of the blade and not such a flat section, this may not be your best candidate. But if you like a flat section and it's got a nice gentle tip, this might be your knife. It's quite thin at the edge. It's ground very nicely and quite thin at the edge. The knife itself has a little bit of flex to it, but it's not too bad. A little bit of flex, but it's not really noticeable when cutting anything. It's just a really beautiful knife. Balance point is just right there in front of the bolster, and for a pinch grip, it's pretty darn close. This knife feels nimble on the board. It's just a beautiful knife, and the tip is thin, so it cuts well. It's just a really very, very nice knife that you would not normally get from a producer like Randy. So there you have the HHH AEB-L Gyuto 240mm.